Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Charger club entering play here. They come in pretty desperate here for a win as they've started the year 0-5.
And it seems way too early to start talking about hot seats. But guess what? When a team is 0-5, people start wondering about their jobs.
No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to throw. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. They were having a pretty decent ball game. If I had missed him, it would have been a different story.
Third down, he'll drop to throw. He'll get it. Now the ball comes loose and picked up by the Chargers. There he goes right side. And he takes it back to the house. It's a fumble recovery and a Charger touchdown. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So Miami coming out for their second drive. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. T.J. Watt, the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Swift going to try up the middle. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. More from L.A. in a moment. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. And they punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at about the 28. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense. First-round pick in 2020. The man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert. Oh, Edmonds has it knocked loose. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs first time. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. He'll buy some time right. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
This is going to be the matchup to watch out on the perimeter, and it won't be the last time these two go at it. Both of them believe they are the superior. In this case, the win goes to the defense.
On 3rd down, they run with Edmonds. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And it'll be Dolphin football. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They run out of the gun with Swift. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of...
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he'll be out right at the 35. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a 1st down.
I don't care how many times we say it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass trick in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
On play action, they'll throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A good pickup there, a 22. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. They'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Herbert's throw caught there by Wallace. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the 2nd quarter. As they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. He'll drop to throw. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this is caught inside the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Swift is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, You might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. DeAndre Swift, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. A drive that time of 6 plays. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And it was capped off by a 12-yard touchdown run. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. Herbert's throw going into the hands of Williams. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Here's Herbert. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. The Chargers at 0-5, just a dismal start to the year. And they come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here. Losers of 5 straight.
And far be it from me to go ahead and go gloom and doom, right? If they fall down 7-0, 14-0, all of a sudden the cycle starts all over again. So the best way out of this for them, they need something to happen positive early in this game. That's a great way to help break this losing skid.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for L.A. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And this is caught by Williams. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A really nice gain of 25 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And it's caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Edmonds will take this into the end zone for a Charger touchdown. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. He's well on his way to a 1,000-yard season, maybe on pace to just tear past that, Charles. Defensively, they need to pay a little bit more attention to him.
Yeah, I think so, because remember, throwing the football, that can shrink.
The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. 2nd time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team?
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Dexter Lawrence able to bust free and get to the quarterback. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And while all of that was going on, we have an injured player out there in need of some attention. More from L.A. in a moment. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. And here's Ryan Wright now as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. On first down, Justin Herbert flush to his right. It's Williams on the catch. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Big Raekwon Davis, the man fighting in for that sack. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some big jelly or something like that.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. Another tote for Etienne. And he is going to lose yardage here. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. Nifty move. The Dolphins taking over now late in this first half. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. That'll be caught by Eric Ezukama. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. So we have reached half. Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So here are the Chargers to take over. They've dropped 5 straight coming in, so right now cherishing this lead. And they've got the football as well, 1st and 10. Second half starts with a run by Etienne. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now a run straight ahead with Edmonds. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. And here's Ryan Wright now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just scared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
To throw again on second down. Herbert. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's airing it out for Williams.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive.
And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. More from L.A. in a moment.
Back to throw now on 1st down.
He'll get this off to Swift.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
2nd and 4.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Complete to number 14. An 8-yard pickup. 1st down, Dolphins. Down.
Now back to throw.
He's going to get that to Swift underneath.
2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Here's a handoff to Swift running left. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
And here's Ryan Wright now,
as he's on to punt for Miami. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. From down near his goal line here, Herbert.
He'll find Williams on the slant.
There he goes left side. 20. Touchdown, LA. So from back territory all the way into the end zone. You think they expected to score on that one?
I'm not sure they expected to score, but they also showed that they're not averse to taking a little bit of a risk there, right? Taking a chance, because the normal call is take care of the football.
Be safe.
Be safe. Instead, they put it in the air and took a gamble, and it paid off in a big way. That wasn't an analytics call. That wasn't a fantasy guy's call. That was like a video game call right there.
It was a little bit of a video game call, but it worked.
Miami set to take over. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 90 yards receiving now for him in the ball game. It's a first down. They're going to look to throw.
That's going to be caught by Waddle. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch it.
Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the fourth.
On second down, Swift.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
62 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. They'll look to throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Back to the running game with Swift.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, here comes Swift.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, that's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a 1st down with his very next
touchdown. Mike Gesicki, his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Dolphins have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays.
And it all concluded with a touchdown pass to the tight end, Mike Gesicki. Taken in at the 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Mike Williams and his Charger offense getting set for the next series.
Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
From the 27, Herbert finding space at the 40. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Herbert off the play action. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Wallace. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Now it's Herbert. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession.
And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. 2nd and 9 now. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped the pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They'll set up to throw.
And he'll get this into the hands of Swift once again.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
They'll run right here with Swift.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going.
Okay, coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. He's going to let it fly. And incomplete on the deep ball. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play.
More from L.A. in a moment.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now the Dolphins going to burn the 1st of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ballgame. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, they really could have turned this one upside down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He is going to find Hill here.
And he will have a Dolphins 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Wide open receiver, complete. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
They'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear of risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get him to completion.
He's back to throw. Able to find Gesicki as tight end. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense.
And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we may very well be headed to overtime. And what a drive that was. 16 plays all told.
And the touchdown and PAT mean we are tied here in the final minute of play.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Herbert going to throw. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
On the counter, ETN.
And we have free football. Overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end. Going to overtime because neither one got an advantage today.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
This will be fielded inside the 5.
Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Oh, and it's intercepted.
It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. What a gigantic interception here in the first drive of overtime. And now, Charles, with where they're at in the field, I mean, they're already in field goal range to win this thing.
And the head coach is just talking to the special teams coordinator right now and saying, okay, where does he want the ball positioned? Because that's all you're going to do on offense. Move it to that spot. Make sure you take care of the football. Probably 3rd down, kick the field goal, and try and win this game.
And here he'll get it down to the 7.
But now he appears to be in some pain. More from L.A. in a moment. Here's Swift.
And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Now a toss for Swift left side.
And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. We needed extra time to decide this one. The rushing score and OT finishes it off, but all throughout, really just a great game to witness.
I agree, and the whole time we were watching and working on this game, I had it in the back of my head. We could get to overtime. Just the way this game went, the ebb and flow of it all, and then to get there and finish it what I would call old school way, a running play, because in today's NFL, we throw the ball to ring the bell, don't we?
Not there. They ran it in.
It's more than a game, don't play with my name. You come with your goons, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah. Put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey, coach. Put me in the game. They put me in, so I'm going in. You play for fun, I'm playing to win. Back on the